Thanks to the support as a channel member, Lady Hades Pluto. It's not even November. We're already massively overdrawn again. We really, really need... I feel like I say this every year. We really, really need a cup run. But first, we have the small matter of a local derby against Northampton in the league to take care of. And we're going into it in pretty good form. That's the wrong button. There you go. Let's try and click the right button. This is how our season has started. So obviously you saw us get into this kind of, I mean, we don't need to talk about that. But other than that, the only other game we've lost is against Tranmere. Otherwise, things are going really rather well. We've even won a match in... one match. I was going to say a couple of, we didn't win that. We've even won a match in the Virtu Trophy though. So I haven't even looked at the league table in this yet. I don't know why I'm looking now, quite frankly. And I can't see us. Are we in the north or the south? I assume we're probably in the south. This is a weird competition, is it? But it does reward you with a trip to Wembley if you do well in it. So where are we? There we are. So, I mean, we might get, I think, top two qualify. Chelsea are quite good. Their goal difference of 8 means they beat us 8-0, then drew 1-1 with, I guess, Wickham. This isn't good. We're not going to worry about that, though. That's not the cup we're going to try and do well in. We're going to try and beat Northampton, who have had a rougher start to the season than we have. And then we've got Gillingham in the FA Cup. And what we hope is the start of another cup run, because financially, goodness me, do we need one? Sorting out our club facilities, the stadium expansions, the training stuff, it's all well and good. But I think the board are going to punish me for that. And, Gillingham have had a takeover as well. So they're going to be going into it with all sorts of money lying around. But let's focus on Northampton first. And this is the team we are sending out there for the game against Northampton. It's Gracie in goal, a back four of Patterson, Brown, Noble and Whitaker, Farkas and Mandy in midfield, Murphy on the left, Doyle on the right, and then Thomas and Day together up front. And they are having a lovely season. 24 goals between them already, another 11 assists between them. And as you can see on here, they're the only 2 players in the starting 11 who've got an average rating that is green. So we are very much being carried by our strike partnership. I don't really understand how a strike partnership that we had in the National League is still as good as it is in League Two. I guess it kind of confirms what I'd been speculating all along, that a good player in the National League and the National League North is probably a good player in League Two. There's not a lot separating the teams at this level. It's all to do with the bottleneck, blah, 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 blah. The counter to that, of course, is Casagrande and how he was fantastic in the National League North, really very good in the National League as well. But as he showed last year, couldn't really cut it in League Two. So I guess there's differences in different positions, and maybe strikers can cover over the cracks a little bit more because they just have to keep scoring goals, don't they? This is frustrating. That's a nice camera angle, but this is frustrating. This is a lovely have I seen this camera angle before? This is, for context, I was away on holiday last week, so I pre-recorded all the episodes that came out last week. So I haven't recorded a video for like 10 days at this point. I think there's been 2 updates since I last recorded. So there's probably going to be some new stuff that I'm discovering. One of which feels like was that camera angle. I don't think I've seen it before. It was very nice, but I obviously would prefer to be winning the football match. So let's demand more and hope that we can drag ourselves back into this football match. The other thing, of course, with their having had updates happen is what was working for us tactically before might no longer be working. They might have broken Thomas and Day. That would be a disaster because that's pretty much all we've got as a team. But there's the ball over the top from Mandy. Day getting into that position. He causes so many problems in between the left centre-back and the left-back. It's Day again. And now Murphy has an effort from the edge of the area, but Northampton scramble it clear. And I'm not going to panic just yet. I'm going to assume we're going to be fine. But if neither of these boys score today, I will go into full-on panic mode. Because if we go into that game against Gillingham off the back of a defeat and get knocked out in the first round of the FA Cup, genuinely, it's going to be financially disastrous. We're going to be over £1 million in debt by the end of the season. It could be. I know there's been some rumblings in the comment section over the last few episodes of, isn't it time to move on, Kev? Isn't it time to look for another job? I don't think it's time to look for another job yet. If I was offered something, and I have had an interview, if I got an interview, I would obviously go to it, and if it was a better job, I would leave and go for it. But I don't think I'm yet at the point where I'm unhappy here and looking. That being said, if we get knocked out of the FA Cup in the first round and start crumbling further and further into debt, and it becomes clear that we've reached the limit for this football club financially, facilities wise, and we're just kind of hanging on to a decent squad, knowing that we're not ever going to be able to replace these players when they leave, that is the time to start looking. Try and get out while we're in a promotion race, while we're doing quite well, while we've still got Thomas and Day together up front. So yeah, a defeat against Gillingham could have huge consequences for the rest of the series. A defeat against Northampton is just going to ruin my day. And this is a new screen for me. I know a lot of you will have seen this for a little while. It's very busy, isn't it? I know there's been a lot of calls from a lot of people for, I wish we had more information. That, to me, that's too much information. That feels like those skins that you all used to use on FM24 that I never used because I hated them because it had too much stuff. I just want you to put the important thing in front of me, and then I can see the important thing. I don't necessarily need at half time to know that we've got 7% cross completion. That's superfluous information as far as I'm concerned. And the sooner a screen like this, or all screens, the sooner the screens are customizable, the better. I still don't know if it's something that's likely to happen for FM26 or if that's a dream that we've got for FM27. You're still getting the opposition doing 3 subs at half time then. That was a thing that I noticed before, and we've just had it again there from Northampton. Despite being 1-0 up, they've made a triple half-time change. Maybe we should be making our substitutions earlier in matches. We're demanding more. We've gone attacking as well at half-time. And what have we got down on the bench? Monker, Joseph, Reece Dottin, Archer. I mean, that's a good front four right there down on the bench. If this four don't get anything done for us, we can do a big sweeping change of our own. Murphy with the cross, trying to find Day, doesn't get anywhere near him. Day is not having a nice time today. But there is Mandy shooting from range, and it goes wide of the post. And at what point do we look to make some? I mean, that is a worry. Johnny Day. It's not Johnny Day today, boys and girls. If they've broken Johnny Day, I'm going to be very, very unhappy. Right, after this highlight, we're making some substitutions. Unless we score, I mean, we'll make the substitutions anyway. Day with the flick on. And Northampton lumping the ball forward because it's the best they can do. They're pathetic. Long ball merchants. Right, Doyle gives it away, but Farkas is there to give it to Whittaker. Whittaker back to Doyle. Doyle in a crossing position. It's Johnny Day! I knew it was. I never doubted him for a second. 10 goals in 15 matches from Johnny Day this season. And, I mean, that's what he does. He doesn't have to play well. He just needs to get a chance. It's the first proper chance he's had in the entire match, and he wallops it in at that near post. It's 1-1. We're going to stay attacking because we're going to try and win this football match now. What we are going to do is take off Thomas. And I think we decided Joseph was the backup for Thomas, didn't we? We're also going to take off Murphy, and Archer can come on for him. And then for my final trick, we're going to take off Whittaker and bring on Connor at right back. And keep going, chaps. Let's encourage them. And let's hope we've got a winning goal from one of these cheeky little rascals. It could be double Johnny Day. Wouldn't that be a thing? Right. Doyle is now tired, so Reece Dottin can come on for him. And you know what? Day's tired as well. Moncur can come on for him. We'll just change everything. Change everybody around. We've got that completely different front four now. Fully energized. I mean, I would say that's a front four good enough to start in this league. We've got some excellent strength in depth in our attack. And now we have a corner through Farkas. Just don't even think of giving it to him. Hit the near post in swinger. I mean, he kind of did, but didn't get anywhere near where it needed to be. But Joseph has his first goal in a Bedford shirt on 85 minutes. It's Bedford 2, Northampton 1, and Valentin Joseph finally has a Bedford goal. It's because I gave him the confidence of knowing that he could start for any other team in this league. We've just got a very good front two. I'm a little bit worried that there's another highlight immediately afterwards. Northampton now going to try and get themselves an equaliser, which will trouble me because we've done very well to get ourselves back into this game, go ahead. and we want to go into that cup game in super duper smashing form. Reece Dottin over the top. Moncur chases. Moncur is in. Moncur scores. There you go. You change your front four and everything turns on its head. That one has been disallowed. But we had Archer setting up Valentin Joseph before. That was Reece Dottin setting up Moncur. Yes, he was offside, but just make a few changes. Magic starts to happen. Northampton are going to score here, aren't they? As I'm doing my victory speech. It would have been really handy if that goal hadn't been disallowed. Right, Noble out to Reece Dottin. Plays the ball forward to Moncur, back to Reece Dottin, who goes past his man very comfortably. Moncur now back to Farkas. Don't give the ball away. That's a ball over the top for Moncur, who couldn't get his contact with it. But we've got a throw, 89 minutes, well into the Northampton half. Let's not balls it up from here. Can we have a look to see what this does to the league table? We're up to second place in the league. There you go. We can look at it on here. Love this screen. It's full of information. We're up to second in the league. Can we click on that? Oh, I tell you what. This is quite good. I take back everything. This is quite information-y. If they put those pass maps on here that you lot love so much, everyone's happy, surely. There you go. Like that. Now let's go and beat Gillingham, because we really... I don't know if I've mentioned it. I don't know if I've put enough emphasis on it. We really need this cup run. Well, off the back of that game against Northampton, no changes for the Gillingham game. I should probably address a few people have said, what's with the half-star player in the team? He's not a half-star player. He's a 3-star current ability, 5-star potential player. I don't know why he's showing there as half a star. There's no, I mean, he is, pink is natural, the way I've got my colours set. So this is his natural position. I don't know why. I don't know why it puts him as half a star. I guess he doesn't like any of the out of position roles. So he can't do anything out of position, it seems. Or is it because out of position, he drops back there and can't play there? That might be what it is. That is what it is, isn't it? He can't play right midfield. So it's when he drops out of position and drops back there, that's a role he theoretically can't do, which, yeah, it's a weird quirk of the in possession, out of possession thing. But I promise you, I've not lost my mind. He's not a half-star player. He's very good in that role. He just, yeah. Football Manager things. Let's get the team submitted. See, I do read the comments. I know some of you said that a couple of days ago, and you might be like, well, he completely ignored me. He didn't. He just, like I say, recorded a few videos in advance because he was gallivanting in the woods. And now he's back home. Should have a Christmas tree behind me, really. Next to my excellent football, my Football Manager football. Why don't I need some tinsel or something in here. For those of you watching in the future, I'm recording this on the 22nd of December. It is basically Christmas. Right. Let's focus in on this football match that is must win for the future of the football club, rather than worrying about decorating my office. And it's Ollie Thomas charging down the left-hand side, floats it in, looking for Day, who loops his header. I mean, Johnny Day's not known for his heading anyway. But it was a very interesting choice to kind of get under it and loop the header when it was probably low enough for him to bring down on his chest and have a proper shot, or even maybe take a step back and volley it. But he scores more goals than I do. So I guess, who am I to argue with Johnny Day's technique? It's Johnny Day more often than it's Kevin Day. So I guess, is it? I don't know. That might not be true. We'll have to run the numbers. But yeah, I will give him, he scores more goals than me. So let's not question his technique. Although I am the manager, I probably should be coaching him. Take a step back and volley it, young man. Is that a shout we can do? That would be a useful shout. There's a diving header from Brown to head clear. I mean, can't you tell we did heading practice in training this week? Everyone's trying to show me how much they've learned about their heading. Day, ball over the top to Thomas. Thomas looked offside there. It doesn't really matter because he's hit the inside of the post. It comes back and is safely in the hands of the Gillingham goalkeeper, who is going to continue the highlight by lumping it upfield so that we can demonstrate some more of our newfound heading skills. For the record, I don't know if we did heading in training this week. Obviously, I didn't go to training. I don't own a tracksuit. But Doyle now plays it back to Farkas and Noble. Ball over the top, looking for Day. This time, Day brings it down on his foot, and Thomas shoots from range when he probably had space to run into. He's rushed that a little bit, and as a result, it ends. Hang on, that can't be. I mean, I don't want to click on him. Has he got a brother? I don't want to click on him because when you click on somebody in Football Manager, it guarantees they're going to score. He must have a brother, right? There's no way he's playing in League 2 5 years in the future. Right, Patterson. Lovely cross from Patterson. We were queuing up for that one, but nobody could get on the end of it. I need to be able to hover over that guy and just see his first name. Is there no way to... no, it's S. Gibbs White. Okay, it's not him then. For a minute there, I did panic, just a smidgen, that we might have a little bit of a problem on our hands. Farkas is going to be doing double duty. Get Mandy man-marking him. Right, it's 0-0 as we head towards half-time. Look at the state of the match stats, by the way, which you can do on here. We've had 15 shots. They've had 2. How are we not? We've had 15 shots and only 3 are on target. I think there's been a lot of wasteful shooting from range today, hasn't there? Johnny Day out to Whittaker. We'd like the goal just before half time, please. Whittaker, ball into the penalty. Murphy's there and he's hit the crossbar now. He's at 3 times in this first half. We've hit the frame of the goal. I mean, they don't count as shots on target because obviously they did miss, but we've been millimeters away from taking the lead multiple times in. Oh, apologies. Little bit of a jump cut there. Just got a message saying I had insufficient disk space to record. So I hope it got all the way through to what I was just saying. I might have been cut off abruptly mid-word. Didn't empty my hard drive after my last recording session, clearly. Right. Let's win the football match. Which... yeah, actually, I will tell Ollie Thomas to shoot less often. See, I'm using the match stats, but the fact, I mean, yes, he's playing centre forward and he should be shooting, but when we've missed as many shots as we have missed, maybe he can just look to play Johnny Day in today. Right. Brown to Noble. Why is it our centre-backs? Why is it always our centre-backs in these positions? And now we've got nobody defending. This is a disaster. Farkas cleans up the mess, and Day, once again, trying to get into that inside right position, and he just causes so many problems there all the time. And it's Johnny Day because it's Johnny Day, everybody. And he's scored again. The man is a machine, and this is, I mean, it's very good work from Farkas. Played the original ball forward, but then continued his run and was there for the second ball when it came back off of Day, which he probably knew was going to happen because Johnny Day is a little guy and doesn't win his header very often. So knew it was coming straight back at him, probably more so than the Gillingham player did, and just got there ahead of him and put it back into the path of Day at the second time of asking. Farkas, what a man. Remember when we signed Farkas last year, he was just one of like 3 or 4 very interchangeable defensive midfielders. We weren't really sure which ones we were going to use. Farkas has been virtually ever present and is now one of our key players. He's very much capitalised on the opportunity that was presented to him by me not being able to sign any midfielders that summer. Day misses an absolute sitter there. That was an easier one than the one he scored. It remains 1-0. We've got half an hour to go, but I hope we don't end up ruining that miss from Johnny Day. That is a very strange goal kick, which has wrong-footed everybody and has kind of worked to Gillingham's advantage as they try and get the ball moving down our right-hand side. Whittaker and Doyle trying to deal with it, and it's Farkas who comes across and covers for his buddies again because that's what he does. Gracie, I mean, it was offside at the end, so it didn't really matter, but that he had his legs wide open there. And rather than just shutting his legs, has decided to go down with his fingers, which is an interesting choice, but he does seem to get away with it. Sometimes you just got to keep your legs shut, though. Right, we're going to take off most of the front 4 again. Johnny Day's going to stay on. Everyone else is... Where's Rhys Dottin? Who the hell picked this bench? We've got 9 subs. And neither of the wingers I want to bring on are amongst them. We've got Raekwon Nelson, who's on the transfer list. I mean, he can come on. How's this happened? Where's the rest of my wingers? Joseph can come on for Thomas again. And I guess we'll change a midfield. That's not a midfielder. We're going to change a midfielder. Mandy's going to come off. And we're going to have a look at Upton, who we've not really used very much since bringing him in. So let's have a little look at him. They are struggling. Their right back is on a 6.0. So that's the guy we took off has been causing him. Nelson's now trying to torment him. I don't know why we've not got Rhys Dottin and Archer on the bench. questions need to be asked. If this ends up going wrong, I'm gonna sue whoever picked this bench. Right, we're gonna bring on. I was going to bring on Connor, but he's anxious. So we're actually going to bring on Martin Grant for Doyle. And we're going to move Whittaker further forward, who actually, supposedly, is a better fit for that position. Which, I mean, it's bonkers, isn't it? I don't know how much to read into that, really. That's the sort of thing that will come with experience of FM 26, and we're going to bring Seraphin on at left back, who hasn't played anywhere near enough football for his development. I think he's going to go down as a failed 5-star potential ESC player just because we don't play him enough. But he's got 10 minutes here, and he's just made a decent clearance. I always knew he was going to be good. Joseph turned slower than me there. Goodness me. Nelson plays it forward to Joseph, who once again turns very slowly, but it's actually two quite good pieces of hold-up play. Day out on this right-hand side again, plays it back to Whittaker. Cross comes in from him, looking for Nelson. Nelson doesn't have much interest in getting there, but does get there in the end, despite moving very, very slowly. But it's now Gillingham on the counter-attack. 85 minutes gone. This would be a troublesome time for them to grab an equaliser. I mean, no time is ideal for an equaliser, but I'd just prefer we won the game and got into the second round of the FA Cup, please and thank you. We've not had as many shots in this second half, which suggests it was Thomas who was missing them all because we told him to stop shooting and then took him off. And we only had like 3 more shots from that point on. But the important thing is, I wonder if that shoot less instruction carried on over to Joseph when he came on, who looked very fun. He looked like he just wanted to play back to goal and not risk anything. But we've made 41 grand there. We've beaten so Gillingham are managerless, and they've just had a takeover as well. They're not having a very nice time, are they? Where are they in the league? Oh, my word. We made hard work of that. Goodness me. Right, the important thing is we are in the FA Cup second round. We don't know who we're going to play. That can be a little surprise for you tomorrow. But as we all know, goodness me, do we need a cup run. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.